Hey everybody, it's me, Hetty, and now I'm going to show you something I love to have for lunch or just alongside other entrees or whatever. And this is so tasty. I'm going to show you 2 ways to make it. And so I'm going to tell you what you're going to need, and it's your choice of how you're going to do it. I love these little flavor bombs. I get them at Sam's, and I took about half of a container and just sliced them in half. These taste so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. They're better than cherubs, if you can believe it. Okay, the other style, and again, I'm reaching around my tripod, folks, and I could not find any really good ones. So this is mainly for demonstration purposes because these are not like a good summer tomato, but in the summer, you'll go crazy for this if you have locally grown tomatoes or, you know, your own tomatoes, which I usually always do. Okay, anyway, I've got 2 types of tomatoes, and I have 2 types of a good quality mozzarella cheese. I picked these up. You can get these in the deli section. Sorry about the camera. You get these at your deli section, and they're called mozzarella pearls, and they're just little tiny bite-sized pieces. And this is my fave of all time, mozzarella. And of course I still buy just plain old block mozzarella too, if I want to shred it, but this I like to use when I do make this salad. And it's got, in case you're seeing water drips, it's encased in water. I'm going to open this and show you. See, the mozzarella is there. It's just immersed in water. And I'm going to move some things around after I finish going over the ingredients. So anyway, there's your 2 types of mozzarella. I've got some extra virgin olive oil. I have some fresh basil leaves that I tore. Not good to cut with a knife. It's kind of like lettuce, just tear it with your fingers. And I tore a little up. And I love to add, today I'm going with oregano, but sometimes I even just add Italian seasoning as well. And then it's going to be salt and pepper to taste. And I have found that when making these salads, a lot of times the larger crystal salad salt is better for the dish. Alrighty, first things first, and what I'm going to do here is, this is one that I've gotten into the end of already. This kind, it's not hard, but it's a harder outer shell, and inside, if you can see, that's just so creamy right there. Look at that. So anyway, I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to, yes, I know it's squishy. It's fine for what I'm going to do with it. You can just get it's a little bit less expensive if you want clean slices, but I love the creaminess of this, and this is why I use it. Now, I come around, I had to move around the tripod, and I start with my bottom slice of tomato, and I come in and I just grab some of this, and I make sure I'm getting some of the creaminess. There's a little bit right there. But I go ahead and just, believe me, this is worth it. It seems messy. You can wear gloves if you feel like you need to. And I just cover the tomato. Like I said, if you want all those clean, perfect little circle cuts, then get a different kind. This is creamy inside, but the flavor is just crazy. So then I just spread this out, and I come across, and I'll probably go back in and fill in a little bit. Then I'll repeat this process. I'll do one more layer for you to see. Oh y'all, this cheese is literally out of this world. It's so good. Here, I'll use this piece if I can get it. I'm trying to be neat for y'all and not get cheese all over me. All right, then I just keep going. I kind of fan down like this as I go. And then I'm going to slice him up a little bit because my tomato slices are getting smaller. All right. And again, of course, it's messy. That's just how it is. All right. If you want this kind of cheese, like I said, I already said that, I'm not gonna say it again. You can get a different cheese. Anyway, as you can see, I've kind of got it spread. I'm gonna come back in here and kind of clean it up. Also, one thing, I don't feel the need to add it, but some people do add also a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit before I continue on. All right, then you just come across and drizzle olive oil on it like this. And this is when I come in with dried oregano. Dried works better for this. And I think a whole lot of us have dried already in the pantry or spice cabinet. All right, next, I'm gonna put this right, reach it better because I'm working from that side. I'm gonna come in, I'm kind of crushing with my fingers as I drop, and I cover it with a coarse salt. Kosher's fine. I'm using the Malden crystals. And then I come over and add pepper. And then I finish it with fresh basil. Now, I could have actually gone through each slice, but that way, if I do it like this, those who aren't as much a fan of the fresh basil, they can just kind of scoot it out of the way if they want to. Okay, and that's it. And then it gets a pretty little decoration. And there you have it. There's one version. And I do it like this sometimes. But you know what my quick and dirty version is? I'm about to show you. You're gonna love it. All right, I'm gonna clean this up. I'm probably just gonna throw this on top of those tomatoes, and then I'll be right back so we can move on to the next. Oh, I did want to mention, I did show you the package, but this is called burrata cheese, okay? But it is a mozzarella cheese. Just, I wanted to clarify that. As you see, I've changed things around, and this is really quick and easy, and probably easier for people to eat, I think. I've gotten to where this is the version that I make the most. So obviously, my pearls go in there, and I would use the whole package. Honest to goodness, I wouldn't really use half a package on one tomato worth, but I just did that because I was doing it for y'all, so I made it extra fancy. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here and kind of just fold this mozzarella in. I like to call it lazy Caprese salad. All right. All right. I am going to give this a better stir in just a minute. So then I'm going to come in. For these tomatoes, I am going to add a little more oil than I did for the one tomato. All right, I think that's going to be plenty because we're not trying to drown it. We're just trying to now, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Break apart. Get away from me, friend. You've got to go on your own. Go out into the world by yourself. There you go. All right. So there's that part. And the rest of it's going to be very similar. I'm going to come back in. But this time I'm going to give it a couple of stirs. I'm going to sprinkle the top. I'm going to come back in and give it a stir. And then I'm going to come back in with another, just a pinch or two. It doesn't take a lot. All right, there's that. And then of course, I'm coming in. I missed him, he got away from me. With some salt. These are so big, these crystals, it looks like I'm adding a ton of salt, but in reality, it's not a ton. And just like before, coming in with pepper. All right, and then I'm going to give it another good stir. You don't want to serve this the second you make it. Let it sit for about 5 minutes. Let the flavors meld. And then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna drop some basil. Give it a good stir. And I'll top it back up with basil after I get it in its pretty little bowl. And this is how I just serve it like this. Sorry if I bumped the camera. I serve it up like this. Then I'll come back and do a little more basil kind of right in the center. And of course, just like before, you decorate it with little tiny baby leaves of basil. And there you have it, y'all. This is one of the most delicious little easy salads, and even more off the hook in the summer when all those tomatoes are so fresh. Here you have it, 2 ways. So voila, 2 ways, whatever floats your boat, just do it that way. Okay, I'll see you next time. And if you did like the content of this video, I hate to always ask, but if you would, if you're not already, please subscribe. And to anyone watching, I would appreciate it if you would hit like. And do you make this? Comment below. Do you make it? Have you ever tried it? I'd love to know. Okay, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.